What is up, my seers? My name is Vaughn, and I'm gonna let you know what's going on. And in today's video, we have be careful what you wish for. Let me explain. So, I'm gonna be a little bit more transparent in this video because why not? I'm gonna use myself as a testimony, right? So, when it came to giving my life to Jesus Christ, I told myself, like, I want to walk in faith with him. I want to be on this path, right? I want to be the best servant I could possibly be. I didn't know that the attacks were going to be this intense. You know what I'm saying? This is not a complaint video by any means necessary. Not at all. It's just, it's a very eye-opening experience when you become a Christ worshiper, right? It's a very eye-opening experience because not only do you give up the carnal nature of sin that comes with, that gratifies your flesh, right? That's one requirement on this path. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a person who's willing to be in self-control. You have to have self-control on this journey. You have to have discipline. You have to. It's just part of life. It's part of the nature of being a Christ worshiper, right? Everybody says Christian. I'm gonna say Christ worshiper because that's just how I like to call it, right? But either way, the rules are the same, really, and nobody's going to be without sin. Not a single person on this planet is going to be without sin. We're going to continue to fall into sin. It's going to happen as long as we're in this body. It just is what it is. The problem therein lies that you have to always go back to God. That's not a problem, but I'm saying the problem with people who don't understand Christianity is that they don't go back to God when they fall into sin, right? So if you're sinning, right, whether it comes to using profane language, fornication, whatever the case may be, all of these different rules and subsects of the Bible, right? You have to understand that it's not really the worst thing in the world if you fall back into sin. I mean, obviously it's bad, but you get what I'm trying to say? You have to just continue to pray, continue to seek God, continue to, just come back to him. Come back to him with all of your worries, all of your issues. Talk to him like you're talking to your best friend. Talk to him like you talk to yourself, And if you have a bad relationship with yourself, you're not going to have a good relationship with the Creator. It's just that plain and simple. So, work on your self-talk, how we communicate with ourselves is exactly how we're going to communicate with other people, right? So if we think, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid, I'm an idiot, that's how we're going to talk to other people because, the self-talk concept, your self-image and your self-concept is very important to how you communicate and how you conduct yourself in the world. And you bring your energy with you everywhere. So my energy is radiating throughout this video towards you through the screen, because, and I hope you guys feel my energy because it's just, I've been going through a lot of stuff, but I want you guys to know that I do this not only for me, but for you guys. I do this so that way I could be a living testimony. And, there might be somebody who really relates to this video. There might be somebody who needs to see this. There might be somebody who needs to know that you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are loved, you are heard, you are seen, you are understood, and you are surrounded by people who do the same thing for you, who make you feel like that, Even if you really aren't, you just have to start telling yourself that. You have to start telling yourself, I'm loved, I'm seen, I'm understood, I'm cared for. And before you know it, God is going to bring you people in your life that reflect the way you feel about yourself. All right? So as Jesus Christ heals you and he strips away all of the old and all of the ugly and all of the negativity, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt so bad. You're gonna wonder why all this stuff is coming up. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like all these things. Like I had a conversation with my dad this afternoon, and I was telling him about this time that we had a conversation and he was saying how I wasn't being the best to my parents, and that was a very hard pill to swallow. One, because I didn't feel like he was correct, I'm just gonna be transparent here. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't feel like he was correct, but I do feel like in that conversation, the way I took it then is a lot differently than how I take it now. And I brought it up to him today, and I was like, wow, like, you gaslit me, man. Like, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I was just like, wow, like, I was trying to phase it off, acting like it didn't hurt me, but like, nah, it hurt me, man. Like, you know, and I didn't really process that until like a while after, as a lot of, you know, trauma with my family and all this other stuff, you know? And I'm not really trying to talk about myself too much, but I might have to, because the only way to help people is to be vulnerable and honest with you guys, you know? I've been a person that has dealt with a lot of repressed emotions, you know, a lot of repressed anger, a lot of shame, a lot of things. And it's not okay, you know? It's not okay to just bottle that up and walk around with it, because it leaks out in all your different relationships, and it leaks out in, you know, your self-concept and how you talk about yourself, you know? So this like bravado and all this like confidence, I mean, I do have confidence within myself, but it's just the fact that there is such thing as false confidence, and that's arrogance, right? Where we feel like we're above everybody, and we feel like, you know, nobody can, you know, do anything to us, and we feel like, you know, we're just untouchable beings. We're not untouchable, man. Like, that's not what this is about. Of course, you have to understand, you know, you have to put an energetic barrier and layer around yourself to where the psychic attacks can't hurt you. That's what you have to do. However, it's just that we are not bulletproof. We are not immortal. You know, we have the kingdom of heaven to look forward to if we so choose to walk with Christ. And we have the pit, which we can fall into on earth and be forevermore, you know? That's what I believe. I believe that, you know, you make it to the pit when you turn away from God, you know? And you could be in the pit on earth, you know what I'm saying? I was down indescribably, and it was just horrible, you know? It was horrible. I mean, I'm still going through struggles now, but the way I was living before, it was like no hope, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had no hope. And I also was just in desperation at all hours of the day, you know? It was absolutely insane. And right now, it feels a little different. Like, of course, I'm still learning how to trust God. I'm still learning how to, you know, seek to Him, and how to seek Him and go to Him for guidance and go to Him for answers. But it's not easy, man. Like, of course, you have to go to Him not only when you're up, but when you're down. You know, not only when you're down, but when you're up. You have to continue to fast, continue to pray. I was going to the gym every single day in the month of June up until about a week ago, when I was called by Christ to just park it, stop, because you're in overdrive. You need to sit and you need to ponder, because I'm trying to show you something. That's what He's saying. God was like, I'm trying to show you something. And I need you to be still enough to listen, you know? I need you to be still enough to understand that this is the path that I want you to go down. I need you to be still enough to understand that there is still more you need to learn. I need you to be still enough to understand that there is still knowledge for you to receive, and I'm going to give it to you. This is what Christ said. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you all of it. Are you ready, though? Are you ready? And every single day I ask myself, am I really ready for this path? You know, am I really ready for this journey? And truth is, I'm not really afraid to die, you know? And I'm not saying that to like invite anything like that. I'm not saying this to be like, oh yeah, like come do this to me, or like, you know, I'm saying that like I am so grateful for life that, you know, even if I didn't have it tomorrow, I would be grateful for the life that I've lived thus far, you know? If it were to be over today, I would be okay. you know? Like, I'm not saying that, like, I don't want it to continue. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that I'm okay with my decisions, even though I haven't always made the best ones. I'm okay with the fact that I've been a person who has always tried to put their best foot forward and was never intentionally malicious in order to harm somebody or to, you know, make them feel less than, you know? Although there have been times where I've said things to people where, you know, I wasn't always handling things the best way, you know? But I try to keep my temper to a minimum. I try to keep my words polite. I've tried to keep my words concise. And, you know, I just hope to God, I pray to God that that's good enough, you know? I pray to God that what I've done in this life is good enough. And this sounds like I'm trying to check out. It's not. I'm really not. It's just, you know, I really want to let you guys know that not every day is going to be a good day. Not every single day is going to be a day where you feel like you won, you know? I do feel like I won because, you know, I posted a lot of content, I did all this stuff, but just because you're taking action doesn't mean you're taking the right action. That's something that I learned today. You have to make sure that you are making the right decisions in order to ensure your future, but also making the right decisions that feel most aligned with you in the present, you know? So acting out of fear, acting out of desperation, those are things that are only going to keep you in the situation that you're trying to escape from, you know? So acting out of love and acting out of compassion, those are things that are going to bring you more things that you need in your life. And I'm still learning every single day, and I'm so grateful to you guys for giving me an ear and giving me, you know, just a platform to really speak on things like this. And I hope that I was able to be vulnerable enough in this video for it to resonate with you, and that's all I can really ask for. So I'm gonna leave you guys off with first book of Corinthians chapter 10, and it says, warning against overconfidence. I do not want you to be unaware, brothers, that our ancestors were all under the cloud and were all passed through the sea, and all of them were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. All ate the same spiritual food, and all drank the same spiritual drink. For they drank from a spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was the Christ. Yet God was not pleased with most of them, for they were struck down in the desert. These things happened as examples for us, so that we might not desire evil things as they did. And do not become idolaters, as some of them did, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to revel. Let us not indulge in immorality as some of them did, and 23,000 fell within a single day. Let us not test Christ as some of them did, and suffered death by serpents. Do not grumble as some of them did, and suffered death by the destroyer. These things happened to them as an example, and they have been written down as a warning to us, upon whom the end of ages has come. Therefore, whoever thinks he is standing secure should take care not to fall. No trial has come to you but what is human. God is faithful and will not let you be tried beyond your strength. But with the trial, he will also provide a way out so that you may be able to bear it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh. He won't test you more than you can bear. He won't test you more than you can bear. This is something I need to remember when I'm going through things. This is something that you need to remember also, because as I read this word, I get washed over by peace and comfort, because I know that, like, it's okay. I know that it's okay. Whatever I'm going through, it's okay. And I'm gonna find a way out, because Jesus Christ will provide a way out. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening to me. You guys are my family. I really do appreciate anybody who finds this video and watches it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Sigma Strange, Sight by Sigma, Shop by Sigma, all of the above. And digitalriff.us. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.